But why don't we transition to something that I look forward to every fucking year now? The homies at Save Horror, man. We got the Save Horror 2021 bracket.
This is the only March Madness bracket I care about.
Yeah. For real. Let's just jump right into it, folks. First round, Psycho, Train to Busan.
Psycho.
Psycho, yeah, obviously.
Psycho. Train to Busan's great.
Yeah,
but it's Psycho.
But Psycho is Psycho.
And I also noticed that there are certain movies that have been retired for this year because
they have been winners in the past, and
yeah. So I think it's Halloween. I'm pretty sure. What are the other movies that
The
are...
Thing.
Sure. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Thing, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween are all on a victory honeymoon, as they put it.
Have won in past years.
I think is fair. It makes it again more interesting yearly.
Absolutely.
Because
otherwise, if they were taking it everyone, The Thing would just always be winning.
100%.
Yeah.
Also, chat, as we're doing this, fucking let us know your picks here, and if you disagree with us,
you might be able to sway this. It might be like a Jackbox Games type of thing where we take the audience's votes into consideration.
Very true.
Especially if we don't really feel particularly strong about any
about one
them,
or the other.
You can help level that out.
All right,
let's move down to the next one. Nosferatu versus A Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place, I guess.
I really like Nosferatu.
Is this the 70s or the
which
20?
One is it?
22.
Okay, yeah, I really do appreciate, and especially because I feel like we're not going to get a lot of like very early classic horror on here. I really do appreciate like the imagery of that original Nosferatu, and also its brilliant use in the SpongeBob episode, the hash-slinging slasher. So
not the only reason he likes
Nosferatu.
All right, I'll concede to Nosferatu, Lewis.
Yeah,
I guess
see if anyone else
swinging.
has anything to say about it. They might be able to sway this a little
bit. Right now, we do have Jordan letting us know that. He said, just be warned, if the choice is between Psycho and something, I'm almost always going to vote Psycho.
As am I.
Good to know. This next one, Repulsion and Goodnight Mommy. I've only seen Goodnight Mommy, and I think it is fantastic, so I'm pretty comfortable putting that one there. Have you guys seen Repulsion?
Repulsion is a Roman Polanski movie, so I don't need that to go further.
Yeah, that's also... I mean, I'm sure that, it's probably important to cinema or whatever, but I have
It has a Criterion release, but no, I've never seen
that
it.
That stupid pedophile can eat shit and die.
I have not seen either of these movies, so again, this is all up to you.
I defer to Lewis. This is...
Yeah, Goodnight Mommy is fucking solid.
I also imagine probably not a traditional pick that a lot of people are going to be making on these two.
No.
Next one, Frankenstein and Reanimator. I think Reanimator, personally.
I would put Frankenstein.
They're both kind of the same idea.
Unless Bride of Frankenstein's on there, but I don't think it is.
Bride of Frankenstein's on here, I believe.
Is it?
I'm not sure. We'll see.
I would still say Frankenstein. I like Reanimator, but I think it just doesn't have kind of the beauty to it that Frankenstein has.
Fair enough. Mike, I guess you would be the tiebreaker here.
I feel like I would like a chat for this one because I don't think I've seen the original Frankenstein, but I really do like Reanimator. I think it's fun. I think it has a lot of like interesting gore practical effects. But again, I don't really feel comfortable being the tiebreaker if I haven't seen the other movie.
Fair enough. All right. So Jordan in the chat does say he brings up an excellent point. Frankenstein does not have a severed head performing a sexual act, and I do think we should keep that in mind. So let's defer to chat. Jordan, Cody, Mark, please let us know who you would choose. We'll, in the meantime, move on to the next topic here. Scream and the Blair Witch Project.
Scream.
I really feel bad that I'm losing on this one. The Blair Witch Project is is a really great example of found footage horror. Then I feel like we discussed it on the Blair Witch episode for the 2016 movie. I know you guys don't like it, so I guess
Scream is, I think, just such a good dissection of the genre, and both are so. Even if it is found footage, I think both are just painfully rooted in the 90s. So why not?
I'm also
go for the one that ends with a Moby song.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably more over the whole like meta comedy horror thing. You know, although found footage has also been done to death.
Yeah. But it sure has. All right, so it looks like Scream is moving on to the next round here.
Is Frankenstein moving on to the next round?
It's Reanimator. I mean, we've only got one.
Reanimator?
It's Reanimator.
Let's put Reanimator.
We're putting Reanimator up there.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, we're back at a tie. Cody is the tiebreaker if he wants to jump in.
I know how much he loves those classic monsters.
Ooh.
So
Jordan with Reanimator, Mark with Frankenstein, Cody. If you're out there, you can sway this whole thing. Let us know. In the meantime, The Witch versus Raw. For me, it's The Witch.
The Witch.
I would have said Raw, but
Oh, I'm sorry. We're railroading you on this.
Yeah,
one.
I know.
God
fucking
damn.
Raw.
No, it is The Witch 100%. I want to live deliciously without eating people.
Yeah, you want to
Hell
talk about
yeah.
living deliciously, Raw.
All right, baby. Okay. Get Out and The Fly, 86. I got to go with The Fly. I love Get Out, but I have to go with The Fly.
I'm going to go with Get Out.
All right.
I think I'm going with Get Out also.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's more unique than anything that's probably.
It's
gonna
more
show up on this
unique, and
list.
it's going to stay... Not
Hold
that
on. Is it more unique than The Fly, though?
The Fly is
The
great.
Fly
but
is
it
great, but The Fly is just body horror
It's a
and a
Cronenberg
remake.
body-
It doesn't stand apart from, I think, The Thing or The Blob.
Yeah, it also did, like
I disagree.
I
but
would say
understand where
of
you're
the
coming from.
Cronenberg films, and I think there's a few on here,
Fly
it's
is
not
definitely-
Videodrome, which is his most...
Yeah, but also like, that level of social commentary and like actual like filmmaking quality of Get Out is probably not going to be seen on a lot of
Yeah, fair enough.
movies on this
Yeah.
list.
All right. Get Out is advancing to the next round. All right. Carrie versus Hellraiser. Original.
Hellraiser.
I'm out.
I'm going to give it to Hellraiser.
I got to give it to Hellraiser as well.
Yeah, I love Brian De Palma. Carrie should not be the movie that is
No.
on here for him. I don't know. It just never does it for me.
I'm with you. I
I
think
love
Carrie's
Sissy
fine.
Spacek too, but
course.
it's
Jaws, Friday the 13th. For me, it's Friday the 13th.
oh for me
Really?
it's Jaws.
Jaws.
Lewis
Jaws
isn't
is
a
a-
Jaws
Jaws is
person.
I'm like an anti-Jaws.
Mike
person.
and I
I mean, it's just that Jaws is just an all around.
I know
it's
as
movie.
a Long Islander too.
I think it's a bad movie. I also
boo.
I
Over
also know
Friday-
that guy's daughter.
Over Friday the
Yeah.
13th.
Well, just your bad dating experience doesn't.
we did not date.
Although Friday the 13th, which is like the most like standard ass
Basic-
80s slasher movie that's ever been made.
The sequels are better than the first one. Anyways, Jaws is moving
Yeah,
forward.
also
We
the
established
I
that.
so vehemently disagree with this, but
Well,
I'm also
what's-
like not that high on the first Nightmare on Elm Street either.
Right.
First Friday the 13th either. So.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
and I
whatever.
also imagine this chat is also probably going to go for Jaws.
It's gonna go
I
for
know
Jaws,
Jordan, yeah. But
Mark's there already right away saying
Yeah.
Jaws.
yeah.
Okay, moving on.
I want to go back to Reanimator. We still didn't fill that in.
Well, we haven't gotten the decision from Cody yet, so
Well-
let's hold on. We have until the
Yeah.
end of this first round. If
Yeah.
he wants to,
Yeah, I
to
feel like
time
since
in.
we already finished that first that first section of the bracket,
we
I-
haven't finished it. We
haven't-
have like
well,
the
not
whole
that-
first round again.
well, no,
we got some time, baby.
We have time.
I meant the yeah.
All right. Drag Me to Hell versus Us.
Us. Yeah, us.
Us. I rewatched Drag Me to Hell.
It does
recently,
not
and I-
hold up. I rewatched it after
Nope.
you did because you said it didn't hold up, and I was like, really? Because I remember it totally messing with me, and I was just like, yeah, no, it doesn't hold up.
Jordan did join in, and he agrees. Jaws, by the way.
Yes.
The Birds versus Annihilation. The Birds.
The Birds. I like Annihilation, but of Alex Garland's stuff, I think The Birds is just a better use of suspense. I think the lack of music is good.
You know, the more I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I've seen Annihilation, or at least not in its entirety. So I'm.
It's not even horror. I wouldn't even classify it as horror.
It is more of like a science
Like a
fiction.
2001 kind of thing. I wouldn't. Yeah, I would.
I've seen some stuff from it that seems pretty horror.
There's one or two things,
like
but not much.
Oh, we got a decision from Cody.
Yep.
Frankenstein is a sex symbol.
Okay.
So we're fucking
Frankenstein.
going for it.
All right.
All right.
All right, Frankenstein is the winner of that round.
So then back to Annihilation and The Birds. I think The Birds. Better use of suspense.
I really do like Annihilation, but I do have to admit it's more of a sci-fi movie than a
Okay.
horror movie. It would be like if Ex Machina was on this list.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Okay,
Which
sure, yeah.
belongs there, I would say, just as much.
I think that there's like a sci-fi horror blend in that movie. And again, I
There-
don't know if I've seen all of it, so I
Yeah.
don't feel comfortable fully judging it. But from what I remember, it did have some pretty scary moments. But I like The Birds a lot.
Yeah.
Let the Right One In, Under the Skin.
oh, I have
Under
to,
the Skin.
No, I have to vouch for Let the Right
It's
One
Let
In.
the Right One In.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
I gotta...
I actually haven't seen Let the Right One In, but
Oh,
Yeah.
we should definitely watch that at some point. But okay.
is that the original or the...
No, Let Me
That's-
In is the remake.
Let Me
yeah,
In is the
which is
re-
not
okay.
good. But
It's fine. I mean, it's definitely not as good as Let the Right One In. The Innocents and The Wailing. I think The Innocents.
The Innocents.
Yeah. All right, we're making some headway here. Hereditary, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Hereditary.
Big time. Ooh, God,
You're wearing a Hereditary hoodie,
I am,
aren't you?
yeah.
Henry, we cast you out.
The Lighthouse, The Wolf House. The house
I don't know
movies.
what the Wolf House.
The Wolf House is a really cool one that came out last year, or I think technically like 2 years ago in another country.
The
but
Lighthouse
was
is
released
also
this year.
one that I feel like I wouldn't necessarily call horror, but
It is I'd say it's more of a horror.
I would say The Wolf House is a better all-around movie, but I know you guys haven't seen that. So
I'm sure that The Lighthouse is probably a better movie. Whether or not one's a better horror movie than the other is probably.
let's just give it
no,
to
no,
the.
No. I'm very comfortable saying that The Wolf House is a better movie. I just watch a trailer for it, and I think you'll understand what I mean.
Should we let the chat decide this one?
Sure, yeah. Chat, if you have a decision.
I do feel like they might pick The Lighthouse because that is probably a more.
Sure.
Yeah, who's
like,
heard of?
I didn't even really know what. The
Should we
Wolf
just
House
say The Lighthouse? Because the only reason
Sure. All right. The
I
Lighthouse.
just haven't heard of The Wolf House.
And you really love The Lighthouse. You put it as like one of your.
I
top
did.
10
I just don't know if I would say it's horror necessarily. I think the trailers presented as horror and it became something else, but
Yeah.
it was great.
I would agree with you
nonetheless.
on that. Rosemary's Baby and Midsummer.
Midsummer.
Yeah, again,
Midsummer.
let's not have
Fuck
Roman
Roman
Polanski.
Polanski.
Even
Stupid
without Roman
pedophile.
Polanski, I just think Rosemary's Baby always just.
It's fine, but
I like
Midsummer is
Ruth
the better
Gordon,
version
and
of
that's
that.
it. I really don't like Mia Farrow as an actress.
Alien: The Descent.
Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like The Descent a lot, but Alien is definitely the better
Alien's Alien.
one. It follows an invasion of the Body Snatchers.
It
It
follows.
follows. Yeah, that's
It follows. Invasion, whether it's 70s, 50s, whatever, it just never gets me.
Deep Red Suspiria.
Suspiria.
Suspiria,
Yeah.
sure.
Deep Red's great.
Deep Red is great. But I'll just concede and say Suspiria.
And here we go. Bride of Frankenstein, Silence of the Lambs. I
Okay.
go Bride of Frankenstein.
I'm gonna say Silence of the
Yeah,
Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs is.
I know.
Like
And that is hard because I would have said Bride of Frankenstein if it was up against
anything.
80%
Yeah.
of the other things on this list, but because that's the gay one too. But then again, Silence of the Lambs is pretty gay.
Isn't there also? I mean, maybe we don't need to get into this discussion now, but isn't
It's-
it kind of problematic?
Oh no, it's problematic, but I know people who from those communities at the same time who love it for its
Who've kind of owned
stupid
it, like they've
perspective.
kind of
yeah, it
reclaimed it for
yeah.
themselves. I get it.
yeah.
I
It's-
did watch Silence of the Lambs recently, and I've seen the movie a couple of times, but like it really kind of made me feel uncomfortable on this time around. Like it really made me feel like
It's
icky about it. But
That makes sense. All right. The Wicker Man, 28 Days Later. 74
Did it
Wicker
socially make you feel
No,
icky
a
or?
little bit, yeah. But no, we'll move
Yeah,
on from
we-
that.
yeah.
But
We're not reviewing
now. If
Silence
this
of
was
the
the
Lambs.
Nicolas Cage Wicker Man, it'd be winning the whole bracket. for
Sorry,
me.
what were the selections again?
The original Wicker
Man.
Man
Such a
and
jackass. Yes, the original Wicker Man, 28 Days Later.
28 Days Later.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Gotta agree. The Evil Dead and The Hitcher. That's not even a
yeah,
fucking
of course.
No.
Evil
selection.
Dead, yeah.
Stupid.
The Hitcher's not good. I tried
No.
watching it.
Not at all. I mean, I get the appeal. It's just really not for me. Cabin in the Woods and Ringu. This is a tough one. For
I'd
me.
say Cabin in the Woods. I like the funnies.
Yeah, I haven't seen Ringu. I've only seen the American remake, which is good.
Is Sarah
but-
Michelle Gellar in The Ring or The Grudge?
The Grudge.
The Grudge. And then Naomi Watts is The Ring, right?
Yes.
Nailed it.
I have not seen the original Ringu. I have seen Cabin in the Woods. I do like it. That's probably like the best example of like funny horror meta commentary that like it doesn't take itself seriously. Despite now what we know about Joss Whedon
Being a garbage.
I-
head,
Yeah, but he
it's a Drew
he
Goddard
didn't direct.
Movie.
He
This
wrote.
is a Drew Goddard
Yeah.
movie. We can associate that with him and not.
And I like Bad Times at the El Royale.
I
so-
really like Bad Times at the El Royale.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
All right. The Exorcist and Phantasm.
The Exorcist.
Fucking
Yeah.
A. Come on.
We liked the documentary better than we liked fucking.
Yeah, they couldn't even give They didn't even want to give Phantasm a fair.
Yeah,
shake.
really. Come on. Night of the Living Dead and Saw. Original one, Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, Night of the Living
Yeah,
Dead.
Living Dead.
That's-
It's
yeah.
yeah.
We're cutting off the fat.
American Werewolf in London, Evil Dead 2. For me, it's Evil
Dead
Yeah,
2.
Evil Dead 2, yeah.
As much as I do like American Werewolf, Evil Dead 2 is just better.
Eyes Without a Face and La Llorona. I love La Llorona, but
Eyes Without a Face.
Yeah, Eyes Without a Face is incredible.
fucking great.
A Random Movie Roulette
That was one of the
classic.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that like you got it. You're like, all right, I guess I'll watch this, and you came back the next
And
week.
I
You're
was
like, guys, this is
you
this
all
movie.
have to watch
Yeah,
this.
and I did watch it,
and I
Yeah.
have the Criterion.
Yeah.
Yep. I will say though, I encourage anyone to go out and check out La Llorona. It is a Shudder movie, and I feel like there's like a stigma with that lately, but it's fucking fantastic. It should have been nominated for Best Foreign Film. Really interesting look at the Guatemalan Civil War that I haven't seen.
You know what
in
else
cinema beforehand.
just became a Shudder original? The Boys from County Hell.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Good for
coming
them.
out sometime in April.
I mean,
which is good.
that reads like a Shudder original.
Yeah. Don't Look Now and Seder. I started watching Seder and turned it off, and I made it through Don't Look Now, so I'm gonna go.
So
with
we'll
Don't
give
Look
it Don't
Now.
Look Now, but we promise you Don't Look Now will not make it far on this list.
It's going up against Eyes Without a Face. Yeah, it's not long for this world. Eraserhead versus Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
I mean, I have Eraserhead is a much more probably.
I would say
well-constructed
it's
movie.
much like Annihilation
Wait, hold on.
and The Lighthouse, though, where it's such a weird.
Run that one by me again.
Wait.
It's a better. Do you think it's like a better like pound for pound like movie? Because I think as far as you know,
Lewis does not like Eraserhead.
I don't. But I mean I understand that like it's pretty and like it looks cool, but like on a story level it doesn't work. And if David Lynch wants to be really abstract about it, that's fine. But
I think it's
I
pretty
would
kind of
say-
straightforward about what it's about.
I
though.
would say
Like,
Fire Walk with Me should be on here more than Eraserhead.
is Fire Walk with Me a horror movie?
I would say it's
I
pretty
haven't seen it, so
scary.
I'm genuinely asking. Okay, fair enough. All right.
I mean, you haven't seen it though, right?
I am avoiding.
That's
all
true.
Twin Peaks.
I would
anything.
also
I
say
can't
Mulholland
stand-
Drive is a better horror. I would say Blue Velvet's a better horror movie. You know, I think any David Lynch.
The
is
Straight
a-
Story is more the horrors of
terrible.
aging.
I mean, isn't The Elephant Man the greatest horror of all?
All right. So I'm sorry. What's everyone's votes for this one?
I would say Eraserhead.
And you and I said Poltergeist, and Poltergeist is. I'm gonna go forward.
The thing is, while I don't like Eraserhead, I do want to say I get why people like it. Like and I don't think it's a bad movie.
I mean,
by
no,
any
we
means.
like Lynch. I think it's just.
It's just not for me that.
I don't think he specifically fits into one category ever.
The Babadook and Videodrome for me. It's Videodrome.
Videodrome.
God, The Babadook is like one of the only like horror movies of the past like couple years that like legitimately scare. Not even just like I appreciate it as a horror movie and the craft. I am terrified of The Babadook.
I made my mom watch it.
Is that
because
you're just afraid of gay people because he's now the gay icon?
He's our leader.
I guess that's why Buffalo Bill really kind of scared me. No.
I mean, that performance is terrifying.
This is an interesting one that I can't really have that much input on. Under the Shadow and Saint Maud.
I haven't seen either.
Under the Shadow is a really interesting movie.
And Saint Maud I thought was only okay.
Yeah,
so
so
if it's better
Give
than
it
that,
to Under the Shadow.
Yeah, Under the Shadow. It's real. They the Test Pattern episode that paired it with the Iranian horror episode. They paired it with. Oh, I can't believe A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night is not on this list. That would be.
Yeah, that is strange actually.
Yeah. But no, Under the Shadow is a really good, like, almost kind of Babadook like, where it's like there's like a ghost terrorizing a mother and child, and it's really good. Yeah.
All right.
The Shining, Dawn of the Dead.
The Shining.
Yeah, Shining.
For me, it's Dawn of the Dead, but yeah, it's Shining.
Which Dawn of the Dead?
79.
Yeah.
Ugh, no. Yeah. Anyways.
I am with you on that I prefer Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, which I guess Cardinal Sin.
I almost think I don't like either of them.
That's also fair.
I used to like the 79 one a lot, but compared with The Shining, it's
So now that we've gotten past the first round of all of these, let's double back into the chat. What are people saying that they like?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. We don't have a lot in the ways of direct opinions. Jordan, in regards to the the Lighthouse conversation, says, "Have it your way. I like your cooking." And Mark just said, "Eyes Without a Face" and The Hills Have Eyes walk into a bar. Another interesting omission from this list. The Hills Have Eyes.
Really?
the
You
original
didn't
Hills
like
Have
it.
No, I'm
and-
not crazy about
yeah.
it, but it's a well-regarded, like, beloved horror movie, I feel like.
It is, but I feel like if you can only do so many from so many directors with Wes Craven,
Yeah. Fair enough.
Scream and Nightmare, and
All
Nightmare's on a break.
Let's move on to round 2 here, guys. Psycho versus Nosferatu.
Psycho.
Yeah, Psycho.
Psycho.
Now, where's Psycho 2 on this list?
Watch it that we've been advancing the Vince Vaughn movie this entire time.
The Gus Van Sant movie.
No, they were very clear. It's Psycho 60. Goodnight Mommy versus Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, I feel like Frankenstein
Yeah.
probably deserves to move over.
Just gonna put Frank here. Scream versus The Witch. For me,
The Witch.
Yeah.
All right, we're breezing through this
Yeah,
last.
'cause I feel like we got our ideas about the movies out in the first round.
Yeah,
so now
but
it's just-
soon we'll be hitting some,
Get Out, Hellraiser. For me, Hellraiser.
Get Out.
I'm gonna say Get Out also. I mean, again, I haven't seen Hellraiser, so I feel bad.
I've
about
seen
being-
Hellraiser. Get Out.
Again, I like Get Out a lot.
Yeah.
I do prefer Hellraiser, but we're gonna go with Get Out. Jaws and Us.
Jaws.
For me, it's Us.
Wow. Yeah. Jeez, I think I'm gonna say Us.
Yeah.
Because
Ooh.
I do like Jaws, but it's like probably like my 5th favorite Steven Spielberg movie.
Really?
Where Us, actually terrifying to me.
Jaws
Like,
is not even remotely scary. Like, if we're talking about horror
Jaws
movies,
is much
if-
scarier
no,
to me.
I'm sorry. If we're talking about, like, how fucking, what's it called, is not a horror movie, I think Jaws falls into the same category. That's not a scary fucking movie.
Yeah,
in
It
any
literally
event.
pounces up and eats people.
Yeah, dude, I'm gotta tell you, I'm much more afraid of fucking my doppelganger than
Yeah.
a shark.
I gotta go with that as well.
Yeah, okay.
So, Us is advancing. The Birds versus Let the Right One In.
The Birds.
I'm gonna have to say let the right one in. Just
No, fine.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I haven't seen Let the Right One In, so you know.
Jordan is so mad about this Jaws thing.
I am too, Jordan.
I'm
It's
sorry.
insane to me. It's insane to me. It's like a perfect freaking movie. Anyways,
He says the fucking severed head popping up is a classic jump scare.
I literally still can't look at it, but moving on.
Sorry, we're doing Let the Right One In for
You ever
this
look
one.
at a shark
Meanwhile-
and just think, like, how are you allowed to, like, exist?
You are God's mistake. The Innocents versus Hereditary. This is a hard one for me.
Yeah,
I'm actually going to say The Innocents.
Fuck.
I have not seen The Innocents.
I think
The
The
Hereditary. So why don't we throw this one to the chat since you haven't seen The Innocents?
I would still say, I mean, I obviously Hereditary would probably be my pick. I mean, because it's also a
If
great
he
movie
wants
and I would
to-
like to have it advance, but
If we
But I would like
wanted,
to hear some
if we
input.
want it to advance,
Why,
we can.
why don't we just wait and see what chat
Yeah.
says? We
I do
can
feel like-
return to this.
again, I do feel like probably our demographics probably would line up with Hereditary, but we'll
Mark
see.
said, I've heard of Hereditary, so...
I
I guess
think that's
maybe-
the thing. I don't think we have to wait for this
I
one.
guess-
I'm the
Well,
only one.
Jordan then came in and said Hereditary fucked me over. So I think we throw it to Cody again. I think we have Cody come
Well, I
up
think
with
if we
that.
have another vote for Hereditary, I feel like that's kind
Yeah,
of...
I'm gonna say as the only person fighting for the Innocents, I concede and
Fair enough. Cody, I still want to know what you think of this one, so please let us know in the chat if you're still with us. All right, Hereditary is advancing. I love The Innocents. Like, I cannot
I know
be
it was
stated
neck and neck.
more.
I was just thinking. I think Miles's death gets me more than.
Jordan clarified here. It's a clear Hereditary win. He says when he
Yeah.
said "fuck me over," he meant "fuck me up."
Fuck me up. Yeah,
So fair enough.
yeah.
I love the distinction there. That's great.
And it was neck and neck for me too. So it's
Phantasm
not.
fucked us over.
Yeah.
Hereditary fucked you up.
All right.
Lighthouse, Midsummer.
Midsummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the two Ari Aster
The two
movies
Ari
gonna have to
Asters are going to go up
each
against
other?
each other, and I think we know what's going to win.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's arguments for both.
We'll
There
get there.
are,
We will
but-
get there. Alien, It Follows.
Alien.
I will say I regret not saying this on the first time. I feel like It Follows is the only movie on this list that I could actually survive in.
Yeah, that checks out.
But yeah, I will say that Alien is.
I mean-
I feel like Alien is again on the same level of Jaws, where it's like it's a great movie, but I'm like, I don't know if it's like as scary as something that's a little bit more.
Yeah, I would say
modern
Alien
horror.
is also superior to Jaws, but
That's an interesting. I didn't expect you to say that, but I'm glad you did. I'll throw it back towards Alien. I guess
I got to go Alien as well,
Yeah.
and I do really like It Follows.
Yeah.
But I think Alien kind of.
And you're not even an Alien person.
No, not particularly. I do have the 4K though, and I think that fidelity does help a lot. The fact that movie still looks so good in 4K is a miracle.
I mean, Ridley Scott just made good fucking looking movies.
Yeah, and then made a bunch of dog shit after the year 2000.
God,
The murder of what is it? What?
of Gianni. Oh, what was it?
Not
Gucci?
Versace. Yeah, Gucci.
The murder of my fucking interest in his career.
God, can't you wait for the 4K restoration of Robin Hood? Literally the most boring movie I ever saw in a theater.
And it's
There were
about
pe-
Robin Hood.
There were people reading newspapers in the theater. I never saw that happen.
I mean,
before.
Body of Lies ain't great.
And
Anyways.
the counselor is again. We're not gonna make this a
moving
Ridley
on.
Scott-
Moving on.
He should be tried for at Nuremberg for making the counselor.
Remember, all the money in the world exists. R.I.P. Christopher Plummer.
I've always wanted to see Cameron Diaz fucked a car. I was saying that for years before that movie came
Okay.
out. So
She could have done that in The Mask. Anyways.
Or Shrek.
would have been way more appropriate than that. All right, Suspiria, Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Silence of the Lambs. I like Suspiria. I think it's atmospheric and stuff.
It's
but
pretty.
It's pretty. It is very messy.
Silence of the Lambs is a story.
I think
and a
we're
good one.
I think we're all in agreement on that one. I like Suspiria a lot, but it's Silence of the Lambs. Also, this does not clarify which Suspiria we're talking about. If it is the
2018 one.
Even if it was 2018 or 2017, I think 1977, I think Mike and I would still say.
Yeah.
I would say that it would definitely change for me. Right now, because I assume we're talking about the Argento
I'm also
one.
assuming, yeah.
But I think Guadagnino's Suspiria is a fucking masterpiece. Not that Argento's isn't. 28 Days Later, Evil Dead. For me, it's Evil Dead.
Yeah, Evil Dead. Yeah.
Evil Dead.
Cabin in the Woods, Exorcist.
Exorcist.
Yeah, Exorcist. Yeah.
yeah, we're doing Night of the Living Dead, Evil Dead 2.
Night of the Living
Evil
Dead.
Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, I love Night of the Living Dead, but you know me.
Is Evil Dead 2 going up against Evil Dead?
It will at some point.
No, not right now.
All right. Well,
It might not, because Evil Dead in the next round is going up against The Exorcist, so who knows?
Well,
let's.
Eyes Without a Face, Don't Look Now. Eyes
Yeah.
Without a Face.
Eyes Without a
Yeah, we
Face.
decided this last
Yeah.
round.
Poltergeist, Videodrome.
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 I'm going, both Videodrome, yeah.
Wow, I didn't think Videodrome was going to make it this far. This is exciting. Under the Shadow and The Shining. Shining.
Shining.
Yeah, Shining.
I haven't seen Under the Shadow. I should make that very clear.
And I do like that movie, but yeah, again, it's.
All right.
But it's
Shining.
Stanley Kubrick
Yeah.
against.
We've reached the end of
Anyone
another
else?
round.
All right, yeah. Any new follow-ups that we need to?
Yeah, let's check in with chat here. Cody decided not to weigh in on what was the one we were pulling him in for? The Innocents and Hereditary.
Yeah.
He just said the purple penis eaters win all. Great.
All right, so I guess Hereditary moved forward.
Yeah, we already decided that. Mark was saying that he literally saw a discussion on Alien being a horror movie this week, and he does firmly stand by Alien as a horror movie, and more specifically a slasher film, which I think is actually a great.
I mean, it certainly is. I mean, especially once you compare it to the sequels.
Yeah.
Alien is
Sci-fi,
very clearly horror.
no, I guess I won't say that. I was gonna say it usually becomes only horror when it's also a slasher, but that's not the case because The Thing is both.
Yes. All right,
Anyways.
round 3, guys. Psycho versus Frankenstein.
Psycho.
Yeah, Psycho.
Psycho. The Witch, Get Out.
I'm gonna give it to.
For me, it's The Witch.
I'm also gonna give it to The Witch.
Wow.
I like Get Out more. Again, The Witch is not one that I really love
Yeah.
that much.
And I think
but-
we ran into the same thing when we did this. I don't know if we did it last year, but the year before we definitely did. And I think we had the same The Witch conversation at some
Again,
point.
I mean, maybe I should. I haven't seen it in like 5 years, so maybe
I've
should
got the
watch
blue if you want to borrow
Yeah,
it.
I'm
The
sure
blurry.
I think it's on Netflix. I can watch it at some point. When I
Okay,
feel
fine.
like- I don't want to.
Not
I don't
official.
want to deprive you of your own of your prized movie collection.
All right.
I can handle myself. I'm an independent woman.
Us versus Let the Right One In.
Oh my god.
Let the Right One In for me.
I'm
That's
a
a
very
fucking...
very.
I'll
narrow...
say Let the Right One In, even though I haven't seen it, and I've seen Us.
You know what? I was gonna say Us by a very narrow margin, but you know what? I feel like Get Out's already advanced, hasn't it? Right?
We just knocked out Get Out.
Did.
Yep.
I'm gonna still say Us, but I don't know if that
It doesn't
means
matter
anything.
anymore. No.
Yeah.
Jack, who hasn't seen it, voted for it.
I will
know.
say Us is a great movie, but I think Let the Right One In is
Let
a
the Right One In,
perfect
just
movie.
on the basis of its legacy, I'm giving it that over Us.
All right. The Battle of the Astor movies. Hereditary versus Midsommar.
Midsummer.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Midsummer also. It's a very, very close, narrow margin, but
I actually like Hereditary better, but I think just what will stand the test of time more, Midsummer had that wide appeal, and
I feel like Midsummer has
changed things.
the prevalence of Midsummer in like GIFs and reaction images.
It entered the discussion. The
For
cultural
me,
discussion.
I will say Hereditary.
It also has more unique iconography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I definitely prefer Hereditary. I love both these movies, though.
Yeah.
So Midsummer is a great winner. Advancing to the next round. This is going to be an interesting one. Alien, Silence of the Lambs.
Oh,
I'm going to
boy.
give it to Alien.
I think I got to go Alien as well.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say Silence of the Lambs.
Because at that point, I see Silence of the Lambs is also a crime, mystery, psychological thriller, and not just horror, whereas Alien, horror is much stronger than
you could boil it down like that with Alien, where like, Alien is like it's a space movie, it's a science fiction movie.
But I think it is about survival versus the journey to discover. Yeah, both are, I think, at the end of the day, horror, but I just think Alien has that stronger presence and legacy.
All right, Alien advances.
Silence of the Lambs, I do think, is a better film, but I think...
Guys, things are getting tricky here. We're really getting into it now. Evil Dead, The Exorcist.
The Exorcist.
I gotta go, and you're gonna be surprised to hear this. I think I gotta go The Exorcist too.
Yeah.
I really like that The Exorcist has grown on you.
I've come to really adore that movie.
Yeah.
It was a very so another one that the 4K helped a lot. Where when I got that and I sat down and watched it and I just like really let myself get immersed in it this time. I also really
think
love
that
it.
the Friedkin documentary also probably did a lot.
Yeah, what was the name of that?
A Leap of Faith.
Leap of Faith.
It's on Shudder.
And it's fantastic. It's very, really good. It is just Friedkin talking for like 2 hours, but that's great.
But he's a cutie, so...
Yeah, if you want to get like a greater appreciation of The Exorcist and all of like, its themes and history, then that's certainly that. And I feel like I'm comfortable with letting Exorcist pass, especially if Evil Dead 2 is going to get a shot later on.
Well, let's see right here. Evil Dead 2 versus Eyes Without a Face.
Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, you know what, Evil Dead 2.
Erectile Dysfunction 2, as I'm abbreviating it in this bracket. Videodrome, The Shining.
The
Videodrome,
Shining.
The Shining.
Yeah, I'd say The
For me,
Shining,
it's Videodrome, but I know I'm the person who doesn't like The Shining. Psycho and The Witch.
Psycho.
Yeah, Psycho.
For me, The Witch. But yeah,
I'm glad that we can finally knock The Witch out at some point.
You sons of bitches.
The Witch is like my Shining, like for you.
This I think is a particularly interesting matchup. Let the Right One In Midsummer.
I'm gonna say Midsummer because I've seen it and
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go with Let the Right One In again. I think that it's.
I think I am what you would call a tiebreaker in this one.
Yeah,
I'm kind of caught up here because I really love both these movies. I think Let the Right One In has to advance.
Okay.
Yeah, I also feel like a lot of foreign language
are getting knocked out.
Yeah. Let's represent the Swedes or whatever the fuck. They're white people. We don't have to be worried about that.
Hey, world cinema is.
It is. It very much is. Alien versus The Exorcist. For me, it's The Exorcist.
Yeah. This is.
I'll give it to The Exorcist too. And I love Alien.
Glad that it was
I will give it to The Exorcist.
Enough to make the,
I know it's a toughie for me too, but The Exorcist I think just.
Yeah, I think I would have probably said Alien, but I'm fine with The Exorcist passing.
Yeah, that's a tough one, but it's one where you're happy to see either. Go ahead.
All right, Exorcist is moving forward. Now, this is the one where I cry. Evil Dead 2 versus The Shining.
The Shining.
Oh,
Michael.
Wow.
Come on. Beautiful cinematography.
Yeah.
It's
Great
okay. I
acting.
won't let you see me cry.
I don't want to see Lewis cry.
Timeless effects.
Although I'm sure that, like, you know, if the option was to make me cry, Lewis would take it and not even think twice about it.
I'd start jerking it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be,
so you
I'd be
know what?
persistent.
It is.
Yeah, so you know what? I do love Evil Dead 2, but I think that
It's
probably
The
All right.
Shining.
Yeah.
Well, there's no real surprises ultimately at the end of this bracket. It's pretty much where you'd expect it. I guess.
So what are the final?
The final four here is Psycho, Exorcist, Let the Right One In, The Shining.
Okay.
I'm at least glad that the Let the Right One In
Yeah.
is the one like oddball. In
Yeah.
there. Like the other ones
But
seem very
I think we
expected.
can kind of narrow down.
Well, we'll get to it in a second. I
Yeah.
want to check back in with the chat here. Cody just commented like Mike 2. Which, yeah, save horror. Where is like Mike 2 on this bracket? Cody also says the Rescuers Down Under versus Ash in the Evil Dead. I'm pretty sure Ash would win. I don't know for certain.
Ash versus the Evil Dead, I think, is my favorite Evil Dead property. Yeah. All 3 seasons of it. It's so beautiful.
Mark says Bruce Campbell has more appeal than Bob Newhart, so Ash wins there. And Jordan is agreement with us on Alien and The Shining. So, guys, our final 4, we're getting there. Let's nominate our finalists. Psycho versus Let the Right One In.
Psycho.
Yeah, I feel like Psycho's kind of the.
I think it's Let the Right One In, but
I do.
does it?
You know, there's a part of me that
Well,
you know, there is a part of me that I do feel like, because I feel like The Shining's probably gonna win the other one. So I feel like there's a part of me that like I want to see Let the Right, because I feel like Psycho and The Shining going up against each other. What a boring final
see,
round.
no.
Well,
because
let's talk here. We're jumping the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exorcist versus The Shining. I go Exorcist all day.
I would say The Shining.
Yeah.
Michael.
I guess, you know what? I guess I will also probably just barely go with The Shining.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, it ended in the most boring competition we could possibly have. The Shining versus Psycho.
Boo to you.
I'm sorry. If these are the two most like generic fucking horror, I don't mean generic, but these are the two most like
Standard
horror movies.
I do just
not
say
like, not by themselves, but it's like.
But
the fact that they are like they're like the two like titans of like these are good, like
they're
classy.
What I'm going to say
Hollywood
is they're the
movies.
Titans, but look at all those movies there that are on the taking a break thing. Realize that they didn't take those polls.
Yes, I do want to clarify. I did say generic. That was not the word I was looking for. Neither of these movies are
Not
generic.
that the movies
No.
themselves are generic, but it's like if you say that like The
Yeah.
Shining is your favorite
Yes.
horror movie,
Right.
it's like it's kind
It's
of
like, yeah, cool. Do you like the
It's-
Yankees? Like, fuck you. Like,
No, I mean, clearly, like, the thing is, like, Hitchcock and Kubrick are the 2 best directors that there have ever been, and blah, blah.
yeah, fair.
I mean, yeah, honestly, if I said, you know, if there's 3 movies that every film critic would say, put them in a capsule and send them into space, it would be Citizen Kane's Psycho in 2001.
So you're
All
saying
right.
Psycho.
So-
for this one.
Hold on.
yeah, but, you
Okay,
know.
well, I thought we would fucking have some pomp and circumstance.
Let's
but
do
fuck
the
it.
pomp and
No,
circumstance.
Psycho versus The Shining. Just tell me.
I say it's Psycho.
I say it's Psycho.
Yeah, and I was gonna say The Shining, but you know what? I'm fine with Psycho winning, even if it's like, you know, kind of just. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Like, what would you expect? Like,
All right.
It
Guys.
gets its moment in the sun, though. Like, again, we are not everyone who will vote on this list. It'll be interesting to see what the...
Yeah.
I think we should submit the. Is it too late for submissions for them?
No, the people at Save Horror are so fucking cool, and I love them, and I will absolutely be sending this to them, and hopefully they'll even watch the thing. I doubt it. Why would anyone watch the show?